All right, guys, Laura St.John here from Strong Confident Living. I'm going to go through unleashing your inner entrepreneur, just tapping into an amazing business model, some little quick tips behind it, and then I really want to get into your abundance, how you can make some money, and really, really tap into that inner entrepreneurial you. So I love describing, my whole life, it's been about finding vehicles that can have people explore their potential, right? Like whether it's technology education or fitness or health and wellness, nutrition, how can we turn people's lives up? So the first tip that I want you to take away from is, as an entrepreneur, when you want to tap into your inner entrepreneur, you want to think lifestyle. There's going to be hurdles. This is not a quick fix, just like nutrition. Okay, and this is why I love Isagenix, is because when you go through a tough product experience, when you go through a weight loss journey, when you go through how can nutrition even better my life or balance me all day long, you realize that it's not a diet, it's not a quick fix. And what you're in essence learning is you're learning all the entire same skill set of toughness and skills that are going to make you a tough, rough, badass entrepreneur. So, you always have to go through hurdles in life. However, you can become stronger, and whatever meaning you attach to those hurdles is what's going to make you stronger. So being an entrepreneur, just like going through a nutritional journey where you become better every single day through nutrition, is the same exact skill set. So I just want you to put your mindset there for a minute, that once you have done that, then you just can apply it to business. Okay. So the thing that I want you to think about Strong Confident Living and the community that we're growing are 4 things. And these are emotional needs that you will satisfy that are going to make you stronger. 1, you're capable. Anyone can do this. This is what's amazing about unleashing your inner entrepreneur. For those of you who have been to an Isagenix event, you can realize when you see all these people, every single walk of life, going across stage, that you are capable. Anyone can do this. It doesn't matter. I've seen people coming from rural farms that have no neighbors for thousands of miles, who know nobody. And, you're capable. So it's just a matter of tapping into that capability. So to know that self-esteem and building capability is one major piece. Like I'm going to just teach you a little bit first about unleashing your inner entrepreneur before I get into the comp plan, because these are all the things that I want you to, as I'm talking about them, assess, where am I at? On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being, I need to build more belief in this, 5 being, okay, this thing, I'm doing really well with this. I want you to really think and assess, do I need to grow in this area? So capability and your self-esteem that you can do it is basically everything, because it's the foundation of your belief in yourself. Okay, the next thing is confidence. Confidence and building significance in yourself, that you're going to win at this, you're going to rock it, you're going to be amazing, you will, that I will attitude is the next step of your success. Because if you know that the significance that you get from helping others isn't really about yourself, it's about, helping other people, you can build upon that, like, you win kind of feeling by being part of this incredible community. And that's just going to be something that people are going to be attracted to you about. If you walk around with your head down and not really confident and not being like, yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to rock this. This is going to be incredible. I'm already doing it. I'm already there. And that quote about like, dress like success even before you are successful. Put yourself in those shoes of success before you're even there, and know that it's okay to build your significance. And it's okay to have that confidence, because you're capable, you could do it, you're going to win, you're going to rock it. You have to have that attitude, because that's what's going to draw people to you. The third thing is growth. What's awesome about Strong Confident Living is this is an eternal growth process. I've learned so much about myself just in the last year. It's ridiculous, right? We just keep growing and learning together, and stumbling and falling and being like, all right, I won't do that again, or what can I learn from that? So your growth is everything about, becoming a phenomenal entrepreneur, and being open to that growth is key. And then Empowerment. Empowerment is another emotional need. So these are 4, I'm covering like the community. Strong Confident Living covers 4 of the 6 most important basic emotional needs that all humans need. And when you can cover these things, so the first one was the you can, that capability, which is just self-esteem, building confidence. That second one, to just repeat, is significance. You need to feel significant. You need to become a leader in this community. We welcome leaders. We want to hop people on board. That's new people. We want to retain our people by continuously engaging them. That's retention. That's everything to your business. And then the third piece is leadership development, that development of significance, that you are a leader. You can win and rock this. That's so important. And to not be scared of that. Don't be scared to be strong, as my husband says. You are surrounded by a group of people. So the third emotional need is growth. And growth, every human needs to grow and learn, or we stagnate. That's when you wither. You have to keep growing. So keep going. So that's the 4th emotional need. And 5th is empowerment. When you can take all of those things and then you can switch them to start empowering other people, that is a powerful process. And you start just helping so many people. So those are the 4 of the 6 basic emotional needs. Just so you guys know, you're like, what are the other 2? The one of the other 2 is variety. You need a variety in your life. And what is the other one? Significance. Well, I'll go back. I'll do a whole other thing about emotional needs, what I've learned from Rod Hairston and just all the training that I've had from Growth U and becoming a coach. But bottom line, 4 out of the 6 most important basic emotional needs for you to unleash your inner entrepreneur, that showing people that they're capable, that showing people that you are rocking this, like significance, showing people that there's growth, and showing people that there's room for empowerment, that I can empower you. I can be an example of what's possible. And hey, guess what? You can be an example of what's possible. Those 4 things make up Strong Confident Living in its backbone, so strong. That's why we say we have these 3 C's. We care for, we connect, we celebrate people, because we know what drives people. We know what drives your inner entrepreneur are to get these 4 emotional needs satisfied. And when you do, you will be unstoppable. So that's what our community is about. And then you realize, okay, well, I've gone through really tough, difficult journeys in life, whether it's been something personal, whether it's been a weight loss journey, like I talked about a moment ago, that you can apply into your entrepreneurial skill set. When you realize that everything you've gone through is to apply to where you are right now, and that everything happened for that reason, to explode where you are right now, that's again when you'll be unstoppable. So my goal is to teach you how to monetize this process, right? How can you actually do all these amazing things for people? How can you create all these emotional needs for people? Hey, Megan. And then how can you monetize that process so you're leading people through that same exact process and you're keeping them engaged in this amazing community that's a lifestyle of things. That's what makes us so insanely different at Strong Confident Living. That is what separates us out. There's a ton of growing teams and everybody does things differently, and we are open to growing with everybody. This is, an open platform for everybody to use, but just know that this is what we're about. And if that resonates with you, then you're going to be a great fit in our community. You have unlimited potential. Okay. Now, from the agenda perspective today, I'm going to go through 5 things and the comp plan. The number one thing that I want to go to is, this was a really interesting part of training for me when I first started, is what if you took exactly what you made last year, okay? Let's just say you made $30,000, okay? Let's just say you made $30,000. David Woods taught me this. And you put it in a box, okay? So you know what you all made last year, right? You get your tax returns or whatever. And I love to tell people this because this made me think so differently about what's possible. He said, what if you just added a 0? Okay. So to me, let's just say that, for this example's sake, that suddenly becomes $300,000. Okay. Are you worth it? Absolutely. So what value does that bring you when you can basically put a box outside the box that you had for yourself last year, and then take the ceiling off, right? Take the ceiling off and find an opportunity to unleash your entrepreneur that is completely limitless. What if you added another zero and another zero? And what if you could find a vehicle that would allow you to put yourself in that next box that you can go completely through the roof and do anything, okay? That is what Isagenix is to me. That is why I love this. Would I have ever thought that I would have been part of a network marketing company? Heck no. Like, I ran and hid from those companies for years. Would I have ever thought that I would be, like helping people, life coaching people, like on nutrition and wellness and no, but I've always looked for vehicles that have unlimited potential into tapping into people's creative genius and showing people that anyone can do this. And literally they've built this company, Isagenix, with this in mind. And to me, that's why I'm like, I am committing 2016 forward to helping people grow to that exponential level, including myself. And that's the beauty of this business model. It is a teamwork kind of thing that we can all help one another. So that's the first exercise I want you to really think hard about in the next 24 hours. What if you just added another zero? What value does that bring your life? What does that allow you to do? Give it a color, a shape, and a size. So that was another great tip that I learned from PK Smith. He's like, don't just, $400 a month would change most households. It would save most houses in the country. Which would then save most marriages. It would, so it's not that you have to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, which you can, because that's an unlimited part. But the point that I want you to make here is give it a color, shape, and size. If you added another zero to this year, what does that do for you? What value does it give you? What does that change for your everyday? How do you sleep better at night? Are you going on more trips? Like, are you paying off some major debt? You have to decide, because that is my next tip, is that is going to give you your why. And the stronger your why, the stronger your purpose, the stronger your desire. That is going to be what ignites you. It puts you under this incredible pressure. And I love Laura Stevens, who's just like rocking it because she has so much belief in this business. And she taught me that. She's like, because I've just honestly, I've been like riding the wave the last year and doing really well and not really putting myself under pressure. And I listened to her at an event that I hosted with her here in Denver, Colorado a couple months ago. And she's like, you have to be like a diamond. Like a diamond is coal under pressure. And it gets compressed so hard and it becomes your why, it becomes your purpose. So, don't make it maybe like that. You need to make $1 million or go exponential. Make it like, okay, well, what do I need? And like, what do I need in the next 3 months? And it's okay that it's completely driven towards something that you might need. So it doesn't have to be, I want to give back to the world and I want world peace. And, let that happen later. But like, maybe your first thing is, I need to get to this goal in the next 30, 60, 90 days. Okay. And this is where we'll help you, because we're going to do these things weekly now to keep people on progress. And that's my next tip. Okay. I love the 90-day game plan from Isagenix, because one of the besides Kathy Coover, who rocks, like one of the very first pages was a slap in the face for me. It was, if you write down your goals, so let's say you guys say, all right, I want to add another zero to my monthly paycheck, like in the next month or 2 months or 3 months. Written goals, 43% likelihood of accomplishing them versus just floating them in your head. So start writing down your very specific goals. But in order to make those go from likelihood of happening from 43% to 76% likelihood, you have to write them down, come up with an action plan, just like this 90-day game plan. But what really is the ticker is the weekly progress check-ins. And I've started doing this now with our team, and it's ridiculously amazing. Like, instead of being like, oh, we want to be here in a month or here in 60, 90 days or here by August, it is weekly. Okay, if you need to get there, let's work backwards from there. What were your monthly goals? And how does that affect you weekly? And then every single week you could say, Am I on target? Am I not? If you're not on target, you don't kick yourself, you don't get guilty and shameful, because that just feeds negative patterns. What you want to do is you want to figure out, you want to reassess, what could I have done better? Again, how can I grow stronger? How can I learn from this experience to make me even stronger? Okay, so biz tip, add a 0. Biz tip, establish your why and purpose. Biz tip, understand that you need to not just write down your goals and create action items, but that we need to do these weekly progress check-ins to make sure that you're on track. And I'm here for you. I'm here to help you guys do that. All right, I know it's been game-changing for me, so it's beyond just the goals. Okay, oh, I wanted to show you guys this on page 48. I love this. Back to I have this as a tip, but this is just a reminder. And before I get into the comp plan of what you're possibly capable of doing. So we celebrated my friend Ellen Bradley, who's been doing this business for a long time. And she said, Laura, the only way to fail in this business is to quit. It's just to stop doing it. It's when you hit that wall saying, this isn't for me. What was I thinking? Okay, so you get excited about it at first, just like we learned the cycle of growth. We get excited about things at first. Our imagination kicks in. We start to be like, yeah, I could add a 0. I could do that. And the next step we hit is deception, where we're like, oh, what was I thinking? Like, that's not me. Versus plowing through and figuring out what are these next steps I need to do to break through to transformation, to realize that this is for me. And there's no better reminder for me than when I celebrate someone like my friend Ellen, who's now 9-star platinum, making a base residually. This is the money she makes in her sleep, of over $835,000 a year, okay? That is all possible. But what I love about this document, which is just, it says, imagine the possibilities on top, okay, is it shows you how much money you can make. So this goes back to your add a 0 thing. It shows you, a blueprint of, okay, what if you want to make $168,000 to $278,000 per year? Where do you need to be? Okay, that would be 60 cycles. And I'm going to explain what a cycle is and all that in a moment when I go through the comp plan. But whenever you're feeling a little bit stuck and you need to go back to that exciting imagination, go to your 90-day game plan, find page 48, okay, or just look up, Google Isagenix cycle growth, compensation, and get to this one page. This one page changed my life, because I was like, I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always had blood, sweat, and tears building businesses and pouring love into businesses. You mean if I could just follow something, I can make $168,000 a year doing this? Okay, and then we hit 3-star, and that's awesome, right? But we worked at it, and like Scott always says, it is hard. It is hard work. Any business is hard work, but it's simple. Okay, we're going to make things simple. And that's what Isagenix gives us. They give us tools to get to these milestones. So I want you guys to just take a look at imagining the possibilities and saying, beyond just 0, what if I did tap into one of those? What star do I need to get at? And, as you work towards that, that's the goal that you start working towards. And then you work backwards from there, being like, well, then what would I have to do weekly to get there? And you don't make it so out of the ballpark. And I've just recently met with, Scott and I met with Mac Larson at the corporate office for Isagenix, and he was so awesome and just showing us realistically what would be a really simple way to help us grow. And he was excited because we didn't have out of the water projections that were too crazy between now and August. He was like, where do you want to be in August? And we had to know an answer, this is exactly where we want to be. Okay, well then where are your goals at for the next 90 days? And the grilling was wowing for us, because we're like, wow, we need to really get this thing going on another track of progress. And we have been now, and it's changed everything. Okay. Okay, so that is, just go to page 48. That's going to help you with your overall goal. Okay. And then I want you guys to change your wording. I want you guys to go from, I think I want to do this, or I'm just trying. There's no more try, just, and thinking. Okay, this is a decision this is the first thing in this page, and I've gone through this now with my husband Scott so many times, but I love this. The first thing in our 90-day game plan that we wrote was draw a line. Draw a line in the sand and just decide. You have to decide, and like he does such a great speech on this. This is where he like is just amazing for my brain, because my brain just wants to get to my brain, you know, if you're looking at the alphabet A to Z, I just want to be at Z because I can see Z so clearly, but he'll be like A, B, C, D first. So you can only go and grow from where you are at right now. So you might see the bigger picture for yourself, and that's great. Hold that steady in a vision, but you need to just keep going right now. And where do you start? You can only start from where you are now. So the very first thing we wrote in our book is draw a line. Draw the line right now and decide, are you going to do this? Are you going to hit these goals and have that I can, I will attitude? Start picturing yourself doing it. All right, so now those are just my little Laura business tips of the day. What I really want to get into now is showing you the compensation plan, because it's ridiculously awesome. And I feel like I did such a disservice for so many years not sharing the compensation plan with people, because I was stuck in my own head. I didn't think that people needed it. I didn't think that people would want to do this like I didn't want to do this. You know, all those limiting beliefs. Okay, just clear your head of those things. That's why those business tips that I gave you are so important, because they'll stop those little voices in your head from coming in and stopping you from growing. All right, so there's 3 main ways. Now that you've got that solid base and you can go back and study those tips, I can't wait to now show you more about the compensation plan and how I show it to people and how exciting it is. Notice my body language, notice how I'm speaking, notice the conviction in my voice, because I believe in it so much. Now, I didn't believe in it at first until I made my first 6 figures with Isagenix. Then I really believed. I had to hit my own goal. But I want you guys to either steal from my belief, pull it from me, use my belief to build your belief. And I needed to do that in the beginning too. When I was so super skeptical, I literally went to my first Isagenix University just to learn more about the products, hardly to learn more about the business. But when I saw all those people walk across stage with, and talk to a lady who's like, I'm making $350,000 a year and I'm not even comfortable with sales. And I'm like, what are these people doing? It built my belief, because I realized, again, when you look at those cycles growth and whatever you want to make, and that anyone can do this. And if anyone can do it, you are capable of doing it. So I had to get out of my own way and start sharing this amazing opportunity, telling people, wow, I'm sorry I did you a disservice. This thing's amazing. Everybody should be doing this, right? It's like a big secret that most people who are in on it know and understand. And if you're not, then you need to be. So that's my job now, to share it from the mountaintops. All right, here we go. Isagenix compensation plan. I'm going to teach you 3 ways that you're going to make money with Isagenix. Do you notice I'm teaching you 3 ways you are going to make money with Isagenix. I'm not saying that you're going to try, or maybe, or you might. It's everything as I can, I will. I'm going to paint that picture and story for you just like you will for other people. So notice those words, okay? I expect that you will. I'm just expecting it. And when you expect things, they happen. All right, so here's you. There's you, and there's your first little business center. If you're not watching and you're just listening, at the top of the page, we have a circle, and that has your name on it, okay? Just that is your business center. When you open an Isagenix account, basically a wholesale account, just to order products, you say yes to that friend that you were so skeptical of for so many years or whatever, you open up your own little, you don't even realize it. It's your own little wholesale account, but it's also your own little business center. This is the day you become an entrepreneur. This is the day that anyone who enrolls beneath you from that day forward, you will get a percentage of the sales moving forward. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. Okay. First, I'm going to go through the easiest way to make money with Isagenix. So when a person is like, I just want to cover the cost of my products because I love these products, but I have no interest in doing the business, the word business scares people, right? They have to build trust in the products, trust in you. They weren't coming for you. They weren't coming to you to open a business in most cases. They were coming because they wanted to drop 10 pounds because they're going to Mexico on vacation. So to suddenly be like, oh my gosh, I have the most incredible business opportunity for you. You have to take a look at this, is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, who are you? What are you doing? Like, what is this thing? And then that's when they feel like it's a big scheme, and it's not. So just really build that trust in a really good way. So here we go. I just want to show people first how to make a couple $100s a month. That's it, right? Pay for your products, maybe pay for some groceries. This is what you need to do. So when you open an Isagenix account, you have wholesale access. You're awesome. You're now able to order. And how I explain it, I use the U plus 2, then plus 2 script. So I say naturally, okay, this puts a of course you do expectation in their head. Naturally, you know a couple people, or you're going to attract a couple people in your life, or notice people now who just had a baby, want to lose some weight, they're getting married, they hate their job, they love to travel, they're looking for another retirement plan. Like whatever it is, you're going to start planting that seed. And the U plus 2, then plus 2 script, which is the business blueprint, says that beautifully. It's like naturally, you know a couple people, at least a handful of people that have these things going on in their life. And honestly, if you don't, you have to say, like, you're going to start attracting those people because they're going to start seeing your results. Okay, and they're going to hear you ooze about the products. So you love the products. Of course, you can think of a couple people or attract a couple people in your life as you walk around. You see people, you're online, you just notice, the lady behind you just has a tiny little baby in her, in her shopping basket, like in a little baby stroller or whatever. You can see them. They're out there. There's 7 billion people on this planet, so no excuses. You can find them. Okay, just tell me the first 2 people that pop into your head. Okay, so for me, it was my friend. Okay, and she just saw the results that I had, and it was one of my neighbors. So what happens is when you start an Isagenix account and you start either attracting people saying, Laura, what are you doing? Where do I get it? Or you just want to get your products paid for, and you start thinking and making your list saying, who can I help? Who will I help today? These people are just going to start popping in your head. So when I explain it to people, I say, now tell me, just put their name in a bubble, write another bubble on the bottom left, write another bubble on the bottom right. Don't tell me who it is yet. Put their names in the bubble. Put the other name, the second person you thought of, in the next bubble. Bottom left, bottom right. So right now it's just like 1 circle, 2 circles, 3 circles. Okay? Those are your first 2 people. Then I say, now tell me why you thought of that first person. Oh, you know what? She had a health scare and she wanted to drop some weight, and I know this could help her. Or hey, my neighbor noticed I went to a graduation party and she was like, your skin's glowing, like what are you doing? So those are the first 2 people that I didn't say, oh, did I know, like I'm doing this, like this is amazing, you should do it too. So again, this is where don't do yourself a disservice. I just, people are going to order this stuff, whether they order it from you or they're going to order it from other people, right? This happens all the time. Isagenix is going to be a household name. So seize the opportunity. So you think of your first 2 people. Naturally, whatever you start with is the likely pack that you're going to share with people. So if you guys started on, I'm just going to use the Pacesetters pack as an example because I love that pack and it's what I started with. So if you're not familiar with the 3 main packs, there's a typical starter pack, like a regular 30-day that's, I just say $2.99. I don't tell people it's $2.62 or $2.70 plus the $29 membership. I don't like to nickel and dime, so I say it's $2.99 for a regular starter pack. It's $3.99 for the Pacesetter, like middle of the road. It's $5.59 for the President's pack, the mother of all packs that comes with amazingness, everything, right? But do it in actually the opposite order. So start with high, go low. It's $5.59 for the President's pack. Hey, you want to learn about it? isaproduct.com, strongconfidentliving.com has YouTube videos that describe all 3 packs. Okay, and then Pacesetters one down, $3.99. 30-day is $2.99. So if you guys just I mean, you're all on this call from a business entrepreneur perspective. I have a different, there's an easier way if people, you know, just don't want to do the business, how to quickly share it. But I want to kind of get more in depth with you guys because you're ready. So whatever pack you share, you enroll someone on the bottom left, you enroll someone on the bottom right. Do not worry about studying all the aspects of how do I enroll, what's the strategy behind it. Everything is a learn as you go process. And if I am your mentor, I will help you set that up. So it's like, where should they go? But they always go bottom left, bottom right. So let's say this first person starts with a Pacesetters pack. You get a $50 product introductory bonus. So the first way to make money with Isagenix is product introductory bonuses or PIBs or double PIBs because they double them. So if I'm just put this little chart in the corner. If you do a $2.99 pack, which is a regular 30-day, which could be an energy, performance, weight loss, any of the categories, Isagenix gives you a $25 product introductory bonus. If you sell the Pacesetters pack, the middle one, one of my faves, you get a $50 product introductory bonus. And if you sell a Pres pack, of course, one of my faves, because I know the vitamins are game-changing for people, you get an $80 product introductory bonus or PIB. So right then and there, if you want to make, you know, $160 a month, you know that somewhere along the month you need to sell 2 President's packs, or you need to sell 3 Pacesetters packs, or you need to sell more 30 days, right? And help more people. That's fine. What's cool about Isagenix is when you have your 2 people and when you enroll them in the very same week, they double your bonuses. And a week in Isagenix world is Sunday night at midnight Eastern to Sunday night at midnight Eastern. So if I shared with my 2 friends the $50, the Pacesetter pack, I get $50 from each pack. But if I do it in the same week, it becomes $100 each. So I always, like, if you get an order and it's Friday, just, they're not going to ship it anyway till Monday. If you don't have a second person to put in by Sunday, put their order in Monday morning and give yourself a whole other week to get you that second person and double your bonuses. So that's my recommendation, at least, because when you can turn $50 to $200, you've paid most likely for your product right then and there for the month. So if someone's just like, Laura, I want to pay for my product, it's like, we need to have you sign up 2 people a month, and we need to combine them into the same week, because our goal is to sell at least Pacesetters on up, right? So you're at least, because honestly, guys, when you share, the bigger the pack, the higher level the retention that you have. So if you have someone who just starts with a 30-day or less, half of those people are going to drop off because they're not getting the full experience. If you have them start with all the support that the Pacesetter President's Pack starts with, and you speak with that validity that it's at least worth that extra $100, you know, just, or at least then split it with someone. You know, don't try not to go lower if possible, because you're gonna retain them more, and you're gonna also make more. So it's like a win-win. So $200 is what you make that quickly, right? If you sell 2 Pacesetters packs, and you just double it in any way from there on in. I mean, Megan, my friend who's on, I mean, she rocked it. She's like enrolled like 7 or 8 people or something in the last like 2 weeks. It's been crazy, right? She's on fire, and she's shared the whole gamut. Now, if you don't share a qualifying pack, you're not going to double your bonuses. So if you want to get bonuses and double bonuses and really tap into product introductory bonuses, there's a page in the 90-day game plan that shows you all the qualifying packs to get a bonus and double bonus. But you just, you know, you'll always like want to meet people where they're at, but consider having people even split a pack. So if like someone's like, oh my God, $3.99, no way. I'm like, well, are you comfortable with $200? Find someone to split this with. Each take 15 days, get like a full 2-week experience. And what happens is that second person that they're splitting with could become their first enrollment. Okay, so I'll do a whole other training call on objections and money and price objections, but let me just get back to compensation, okay? So here we go, making money. You sell 2 Pacesetters pack, $50 turns to $200. If you sold 2 regular 30 days, $125 turns to $100, right? Because it's 25 turns to 50. And it's just incredible. If you sell 2 president's packs, that 80 and 80 turns to 160 and 160. That's $320 right there. Okay, so you want to be driving people to the Strong Confident Living community page. You want to be sharing with as many people as you can. You got to go out there on fire, being like, I believe in this stuff. This stuff's amazing. Who will I help today? And start attracting these people into your life. Okay, and it doesn't have to be a ton. I always tell people, even the Isagenix millionaires, in their first year, they signed up 5 people a month, okay, to get on that millionaire like base. And it doesn't have to be tons and tons. Quality over quantity. You're going to support these people really well. Okay, so now for signing up your first 2 people, Isagenix also gives you a little bonus of $50. It says congratulations, and all these dollars really add up. So suddenly you're already up to $250 just by sharing 2 Pacesetters packs with 2 people. Okay, $250 right there. So at that point, you've done you plus 2. The business model in Isagenix goes further. It goes you plus 2, them plus 2. Because besides retaining, and so you have 3 things of your business: funneling new people in, retaining and supporting these people, which our community does so well, and then how to build new leaders from these people. And this is where Isagenix takes a major turn in putting millions of dollars on the front end of the compensation plan, so we all benefit from helping develop leaders. That is why I'm on this call. That's what fires me up so much. I love to help people tap into their inner entrepreneur, and it's a teamwork thing. Like, your growth will only help me too if you're on my team. So that's awesome. It benefits all of us. I always say, tap into me. I'm here for you. All right, so you go now, and my neighbor friend has an amazing experience. She's going to school. People are not even recognizing her because they haven't seen her since spring, and now it's fall. And they're like, OMG, what are you doing? Where do I get it? I didn't even recognize you. So she starts sharing it with 2 people. And same thing, I tell my other neighbor friend or coworker, I can help you. Are people noticing your changes? Or this is like where you need to really help and support people. If you're really helping and supporting your people, this conversation of growth is going to continuously pop up. We do a day 5 check-in call. Okay, neighbor, what are you feeling? What are you seeing? And you have already planted these seeds when you initially shared the pack. You're going to sleep better. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to see your body change. Get rid of the scale. Just take a look at your body. So now on day 5, when you're tapping in, being like, all right, remember you had no interest in sharing this? Well, tell me how you're feeling. Like, tell me what's going on. Oh my goodness, Laura, I'm sleeping better. I'm feeling better. Like, those things that you had said are actually coming true. Awesome. Time to pay it forward. I know you wanted nothing to do with this business, but there's people that you can help, right? And then you go back to the script. Naturally, a couple people in your life who need better sleep, who just had a baby, who are looking to get married. And literally, guys, once you get this and you realize that it's the same things that you plug in over and over again, you just do it at the right timing for people. So you do it initially when you sign them up, and maybe there's no interest because, of course, they need to build trust. Or maybe there is because they're like, yeah, I need to do this. I want to make some money. I want to pay for my products. I want to do it with my friends right now. I want accountability partners. But there's going to be really key points along the way in their first 30 days that you're supporting them that will be like an explosive opportunity for you to tap into their growth and be like, all right, Michael, let's talk now. Who's noticing? You're noticing. Like, let's think of those people. Let's get them on the phone, message them, and tell them I thought of you because. And that I thought of you because line, and we'll do, I do other trainings on connecting with people naturally, will be huge. Hey, I thought of you because I knew that you had complained about sleep, and I'm getting incredible sleep. I would love to share something with you. Okay, long story short, without getting too much off tangent like I'm very good at, is that they all start sharing it, right? They all start sharing it, and there's this explosive growth. And this is where, guys, like I told you, the only way to fail is to quit, because maybe it's not your first 2 people right here that share it with 2 people. Maybe it's your 3rd person that you enroll. Maybe the first 2 people fall off and say that wasn't for me, and that's okay. Maybe it's your 4th and 5th person that you enroll on your left and your right that finally start sharing it, and then with more belief you're getting. And that these are all natural things that are going to happen. So what happens here is let's just say 2 of your enrollments you now have tapped into, given them some love, support, and like planted the seed of it's time to pay it forward. You can get your products paid for. You're loving them. You know, there's all these different ways. But bottom line, they now they get the $250. So, you know, if they started with Pacesetter Pack 2, they're most likely to share Pacesetter Pack because everybody's going to be like, well, what did you do? So here we go. Now they get the $200. So they get the $100 per pack plus the $50 bonus. So the same thing replicates. Isagenix says, okay, well, now this person gets that leadership level. They get the $50 bonus. But hey, since you, Laura, helped that person, for the first 20 people that you help find their 2 people, for the first 20 people, we'll give you $100. That is an extra $2,000 on the table for you right there to help more people, Okay, so now you've made $250. They've each made $250 for replicating what you did. And you get $100 per person every time that happens. So you've done it now twice. So you've made $200. You already had made $250. You're up to $450. Okay. Now, if you do this, I'm so excited. Isagenix just extended the next bonus level. If you do this, you plus 2, them plus 2, this is it. This is their business plan. This is all you need to really know. I'm going to show you in a moment, you know, before we wrap up the call, 2 other ways to make money with Isagenix. But basically, you plus 2, you find 2 people, them plus 2, they find 2 people. But don't stop with 2 people. It all starts with your first 20 people that you enroll, whether you enroll them in 6 weeks and really gung-ho go fast because you want to like run on some tracks and blow this thing up, or whether you do it over the course of a year or more. But if you do it in 2 months, Isagenix gives you another $250 bonus. So if you do it within 60 days of your enrollment, Isagenix says, congratulations, you're now up to $700 because all you've done is enroll 2 people who have found 2 people. So you've made the initial $250 from the packs, right? $100 for each Pacesetter pack, $50 bonus for signing up your first 2 people. And now you've helped those 2 people do the same and make $250 as well. And Isagenix gave you $100 every time that happened. So that was another $200. So you're up to the $450. And then if you do it within, and now here's my scribble scrabble, but if you do it within 60 days of your initial enrollment, they give you another $250. So there's $700 in your first 60 days, just like that. But you don't have to stop here. I mean, people are often like, get 2 people, get 2 people. And you're not getting 2 people. I love Laura Stevens taught me this too. She said, Laura, just tell people it all starts with 2 people. Just don't get 2 people. The whole process starts with 2 people. And when you really think it just starts with 2 people, everything changes. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, well, my first 20 people I'm going to help do this. That's an additional $2,000. Like along the way, more is going to happen. And that's what I'm going to show you now. So the first step of this business blueprint is just you plus 2, them plus 2. And the better that this gets replicated, the next things will start to happen. So the first way to make money with Isagenix was PIB, product introductory bonuses. The next way to make money with Isagenix that I kind of slipped in there is RAB, rank advancement bonuses. Okay, so rank advancement bonuses, to me, Lynn Hagedorn has an amazing video on this. She is just like, these are the tracks to run on. So if you needed railroad tracks to run on and you love to set goals, I don't love labels and titles, but these are really good tracks to run on. So your tracks to run on are A, C, M, D, and E. Okay. When you set up an account and you get that little bubble with your name in it, you are an Isagenix associate. That just means you've got your own wholesale account. You can set up other people with their own wholesale accounts. The next thing that you become, all these have bonuses, is that $50 bonus for signing up your first 2 people because you became a consultant. Now, don't think that you're a consultant, meaning that you need to know everything, right? It's better not to know anything. It's better to show people just and be a tour guide of, hey, this is the community I'm a part of. Check out the Strong Confident Living Facebook group. Take a look at Isagenix Health if you want some information on, you know, whatever it is they want information on knowledge. Don't be the know-it-all. So, the word consultant does not mean you have to be an expert. The word consultant just means that you've signed up 2 people. Congratulations. Okay. The third thing is manager. Manager is your next level, which is what we just did. It's that $250 bonus. It's a time-sensitive bonus. So that first $50 bonus is not time-sensitive. As long as you guys are ordering your 100 points a month, every associate, you know, if you have your minimum, if you want to maintain that's considered an active account, you want to be ordering 100 points per month. I don't want to forget that, because that's just a basic 101 that you just need to know. Just keep ordering once a month. There's no quotas beyond that you just need to place orders and love the products. Okay, but consultant bonus, the manager bonus was that $250 that now happens in the first 60 days. So you have 60 days, okay? The next one is director bonus. Well, you know what, guys, just because we're in a reset right now from New Year's Kickoff 2016, I also want to just put out there that you have till March 15th to get to Crystal Manager, which is, they reset it. Isagenix just put another couple $1 million on the front end of our compensation plan, which is just very generous. And they're allowing us, like I just hit the Crystal Manager, people on our team just hit Crystal Manager for just helping build 2 people who have found 2 people. And they let you do it all over again. Like, they're letting us do it all over again, get another $250 bonus. But if you've never done it, if you just enrolled, you have 60 days from your point of enrollment. If you've enrolled a long time ago, like before January 2016, then you have till March 15th to hit this $250 bonus. Okay, the next one is 120 days out, and that's called director. Director is when you've had that them plus 2, basically helping 2 people find their 2 people 6 times. So the first level was helping just 2 times, you know, 2 of your people find 2 people, but director is having that happen 6 times. So I'll just show you what that looks like. So here's you, and basically now you've enrolled enough people, let's say 3 people on this side, 3 people on that side, who have all found their 2 people. And when they're all active at once and that happens, you become director. It's a $750 bonus. Okay, so it's helping 6 of your personally enrolled people that you've put in yourself find their 2 people. Director, okay? I would say this is when things get really serious. Anyone up to manager, I kind of think of like as in the middle lane. So I look at everything, guys. It's kind of funny, but this really helps me. If you're visual, you'll like this too. Look at it as a 3-lane highway, okay? There's going to be all the people that you enroll on your right, like slow lane, that are going to hop on and off the exit ramp, right? Like, here's the highway. They're going super slow. They get on and off. You can't push them. That's their timing. They don't care about the 100 points per month minimum. They just go in. You've set them up with a wholesale account. Maybe they turned off their auto ship. But you're giving them support and love, and you're just, you know, keeping them engaged, but they're in the slow lane. Then the middle lane, which is where I stayed for a bunch of years as just a skeptical closet product user, is in that middle lane where you can just be at least getting your products paid for, making a couple $100 a month. And most people reside in the middle lane and this lane. Most people are in that slow and middle lane. So when you bump it to the middle lane, I think, like, for me, I put that making up to $10,000 a year in Isagenix, like up to $750 a month. You are on your way to the fast lane, and maybe your intention is to get into that fast lane, but you are somewhere in that, like, all right, you've shared it a little bit, you know, you've dabbled, and you're in that couple $100. And then there's the fast lane. Okay, this is where I really want to take, like, always like 10 people up to 10 people at a time into the fast lane, give you the weekly progress check-ins, like get you on track. And that fast lane is, to me, we're all going to the beach or retirement or whatever it is, which is the next thing I'm going to show you, which makes you not sleep at night with excitement when you see the potential. So when you get into the fast lane and you start to see this unlimited potential of hitting the gas and hitting go, that is when you become on fire. That is when you start sharing this with everybody. And you start to see the benefits. So to me, like if you want to, you're going to have a lot of associates be in that right lane, hop on, hop off, know that that's totally normal. You're not a failure because you enrolled 5 people and 4 of them are not doing it anymore. This is a no fail thing. Remember, you're going to become stronger. Then you're going to go into the middle lane. This is for me when you become consultant and manager. I feel like that's the funnel of pouring people into the middle lane because you're starting to pay for your products. And then, you're welcome. And then the last lane is let's get you to director and executive. Director and above means you're serious in leadership development. You really want to find leaders, build a championship team, grow with this thing, show people, paint this picture, and get people into the fast lane. What's going to get you in the fast lane is when your people want to get into the middle and fast lane. Because what I've learned the hard way is, because we were number 2 in the world of enrollment last year, and it's not just enrolling people. It's not enrolling 1 million people. It's developing leadership. And it's getting those people to get into the fast lane with you. That's what's going to drive this. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you about how you can make up to $13,500 a week with team bonus cycles. Oh, I didn't finish just rank advancement bonuses though. Okay, so the first bonus was associate to consultant, $50. Then it goes to $250 for manager. Then $750 when you hit director. And when you hit executive, which means you're so close when you're at director, you have 3 people on one side, 3 people on the other side, or a total of 6 somewhere that you've personally enrolled that have enrolled. There are 2 people, okay, and they're active. When you hit executive, you've done that 10 times. So a total of 5 people and 5 people, and it matters that they're on the left and right side. So this is where we encourage you to be sure that you're not just dumping everybody on a bottom right or bottom left, that you are really diligent if you want to really do this business about balancing your little family tree off and making sure that you're pretty balanced in enrolling people on the left and right. Because if you are serious about getting to executive, which is another $1,000 bonus, okay, so between manager on up, it's thousands of dollars on the table. So you guys, every time, and then along the way, as you're becoming, remember the first 20 people that you help find their 2 people, the first 20 people, you're getting that extra $100 of just saying, hey, you helped build, you helped someone find their 2 people, here's $100. So that's another $2,000 on the table while these other bonuses are coming. And when this starts happening, you really catch the vision because you're like, wow, I just made, another $1,000 when I hit executive, but I helped, 4 more people find 2 people, and that was another $400 because they gave me 100 times every time that happened. So it's just nuts. Okay, so that is just the second way to make money with Isagenix. And if you have a question, just hit the chat and just type it. Okay, so the first way to make money was just you plus 2, them plus 2. This is the basics that you will ever show people. You won't go as far as what I'm about to show you because this is all most people need to know. They need to know that they can get their products paid for. They need to know that they can make anywhere from $200 to $700. Okay? So it looks like there's a question. If there's a question, type it. Okay, so that's just one way. The second way is you get serious and tapping into your inner entrepreneur is knowing these rank advancement bonuses and where you want to be, matching these to your goals that we talked about in the beginning of the call. The last 2 minutes of this call, because I keep it to an hour, is where you will not sleep at night, okay? Oh, yes, thank you for letting me know that. There is a time limit for the bonuses. So there's a lot of time sensitivity when it comes to bonuses. So the consultant bonus, no, that $50 whenever you enroll your first 2 people, no time limit. Manager, the $250 is 60 days. Director is within your first 120 days. and executive is within your first 180 days. So if you guys are on a computer and you just Google map to executive Isagenix, they give you this beautiful little map, and it has all these days and dates and times. And if you look at when you enroll someone, I mean, this is huge. You can pull up the calendar and you look at what's 180 days for that person to get to executive, and you write it on that piece of paper so they know. What's also cool is if you guys are listening in and you've been part of Isagenix since before January 2016, it was reset. So now if you guys want to hit these bonuses again between now and July 13th, you have the ability to do so. So the manager bonus is up March 15th, 2016. The director bonus is May 14th, 2016. And the executive bonus is July 13th, 2016. So for those of you who are on my team or wanting to grow with me, and you want to go to director, we got to do it before May. You want to get to executive, we have to do it before July 13th in order for you to capitalize on these bonuses. If you've enrolled since January, you have even more time. But I want to be serious about getting more people to executive. It's such a fun path between now and July 13th, so you can get those additional bonuses. Okay? And you can also just Google map to Crystal Executive Isagenix 2016. And they'll give you all just to take a look at the new reset that was unleashed in January. And that's where, again, Isagenix is just insanely just generous on their compensation. They know, most people are just happy product users, 85 to 90%. So when you guys want to tap into this and know that just a very small percentage are really true product sharers and do the business, to me that is an unbelievable business opportunity. So most people that are just happy product users are just like product sharers, where they just share it with a handful of people. What starts to happen is this is the third way to make money with Isagenix. These are the three main ways. There's like 18 ways, but I'm just going to show you the three main ways. When you really get the team bonus cycles, like I said, you won't sleep at night. So the last thing is making money in your sleep, okay? So you work really hard to get to the bonuses, to share you plus two, them plus two with everybody. But the last piece is, how do you make money when you're on vacation? How do you make money when you're sitting on the beach? How do you make money in your sleep? And that's just by becoming part of a growing team and helping your team grow. So this is where I'm at today, okay? So we enrolled a ton of people. I was on some inside. I mean, don't worry about where you are. I don't even know where I am in the tree of things. Just know that when you have a spot, that spot is an unlimited business potential for yourself. So there's you again. And there is now all your people on your left side and all the people on the right side starting to grow and share this with other people. So the third way to make money with Isagenix, that's so exciting, is the team bonus cycles, because this is not about you. It's actually about them. This is about you growing your team. This is about me doing what I'm doing with you right now. Okay, so how can I help you? I can help you help find your two people. I can help them find their two people until you know and you've got it so down pat. Right? I can help create resources. We can point you in the right directions. Because what happens, this is now the third way, every time that people order, right? So let's say every month they order their 100 points just to stay active. What's amazing about Isagenix that I've learned that other companies don't do is that as long as you are up here ordering your 100 points per month, from your point to infinity, every time anyone below you orders, and you'll see if you're on like a growing team, some people you've enrolled, maybe sometime, there's people above you that when they hit bottom left or bottom right, you might see other people just like filling in the tree that you don't even know. That's just gravy. If you're part of a growing team that is like gifting you that like there's other people growing and building underneath you that you don't even know who they are, that is gravy. Okay, you have your control of your own account and who you enroll, and know that anyone else that pops up who's also enrolling and ordering people, that's awesome. Okay, so you've put someone on your left. Let's just say, they order every single month their 100 point minimum. When this person way down here orders their 100 point minimum, it hits every single person 100% along the tree and puts it in their left bank account. So you have two virtual bank accounts with Isagenix. You have a left bank account of virtual points that can be converted to real cash, and you have a right virtual bank account that can be converted to real cash. The left bank account is, as long as you're doing your 100 points per month, it is going to bank. So some people bank like me for years. Okay, I just sat there banking points and I didn't want anything to do with the business. But what happens is every time, let's say 6 people are under you on this left side, and every time they're putting in their 100 point order every month just to stay active, those points start accruing in your left bank account. Okay. The same thing happens on your right side, and maybe like you have nothing on your right side, and that's fine. This is going to be your incentive to grow your right side. So let's say someone goes in with a president's pack. That new person that you enroll, that pack has a point value of 320 points. Okay. And then there's people under that person that are ordering their 100 pack. And then, someone else is going to put someone else in that orders another president's pack, 320 points. If someone orders a pres pack, 320 points just hit every single person's virtual bank account along that side, which is just amazing. In other companies, it dilutes. If you don't reach other quotas, it disappears after a month. I mean, Isagenix, again, is so generous that they say, hey, as long as you're ordering your 100 points per month, we are going to allow you to accrue all these virtual points that you can someday turn into cash. Okay. So basically every time that happens, you're just going to start seeing this accruing of points, and it's purposefully usually lopsided if you even are on a growing team side, because Isagenix is like not just going to deliver everything on a silver platter. They want, true entrepreneurs to work a little bit. So, even if you're seeing a lot of points pop up on one side, you are then saying, well, I still got to build another side. But you've got to build both sides if you want to get to executive, right? You have to have a couple people on this side, each finding their 2 people, a couple of people on this side finding their 2 people. But what happens and how you make money in your sleep is every time these orders keep popping up and accruing, whenever the computer can pull from either side 600 points on one side and 300 points on the other side, 600 on one side and 300 on another, it gives you $54 of a team bonus cycle that happens any moment of any day. Okay. Sometimes I refresh my screen and I'll be like, oh, we just cycled like 5 more times. That's amazing. Okay. All that is, and I'll teach you guys another like downline reports and looking at all the orders coming in. I mean, Isagenix, now delivers like, hey, this week you have this many thousands of points coming in on this side. You have this many thousands of points coming in on that side, and you can start to like really run this as a business. But just in the meantime, just know in the beginning, you don't have to be worried so much about cycles. You're going to start doing U plus 2, then plus 2. Then you're going to really work hard on rank advancement bonuses. But what naturally starts to happen is because you're doing well and you're growing your team and you're sharing U plus 2, then plus 2 with other people, this starts to happen naturally where your teams on both sides start growing. And you're getting 600 points on one side, 300 points on the other. And every time, bloop, that happens, you get $54 on your little Isagenix card in cash. And when someone says, I just want to cover my products, I say, well, sign up 2 people per month, like with a Paysetters pack. But another way, once I know that they're going and they've been like, they shared it a little bit, that people are easily then covering themselves every month, is to cycle once a week. So if you cycle 1 time a week, you're making $54 a week times 4 is $216 a month, right? So if you get to the point that there's just enough growth because you've done the other 2 things, you've done the product introductory bonuses, you keep sharing U plus 2, then plus 2, you're working on your rank advancement bonuses, then what naturally will start to happen next if you keep it like pretty, working on both sides, growing 600, 300, is that once you start cycling once a week, that's another $216 a month, which covers your products. Okay, that's the second way to cover your products. Just get to the cycling once a week. And then as you add people, you can look at product introductory bonuses as your gravy. But for now, I want you to look at cycling as your gravy. So when someone says, Laura, I want to make $2,000 a month, how do we do that? How do I really, get to this? I say, well, that is working part-time, on this, a couple hours a day, studying, learning, talking to people, connecting with people, getting out there. And what you need to do is get to 10 cycles a week. 10 cycles a week. You just add a zero. My favorite thing, add a zero, right? So instead of making $54 on one cycle, 10 times that. You want to make $540 a week. You want to make over $2,000 a month. You need to grow this. So you have just add a zero. It's that simple. You need to grow it. So you have 6,000 points coming in on one side and 3,000 points coming in on the other side. And that is $540 a week or $2,000 a month. That is a lot of volume, okay? That is the depth of your team growing. And it's not gonna happen overnight. It happens from you sharing U+2, them sharing U+2, leadership development with the rank advancement bonuses. Those things happen before this happens. But when that really starts to fall into place and you see that you have a resilient, solid team growing, this is where I sat. Like last year, I built, and then I kind of rode the wave being like, this is amazing. I can make thousands of dollars a month just on sitting on this growing team. Well, now I'm ready to amp it up a notch, like 10 notches, and say, how do we explode this further? I need to show other people what we did. This is what we did. And if you got to 10 cycles a week, how game-changing is that for you? How game-changing is $2,000 a month? And then it just continues to grow. Mind buster, like what really, really blew my mind, and then we'll be done, is I just want to leave you with this fact. When you max out your business center, which means like you grow, you get so many $54 that they max you out at $13,500 a week. It's like $696,000 a year. Okay, that's great when we all get to that, right? And it's amazing. Anyone can get to that. The point that I want to bring up here is when you are at that point and you max out a business center someday, they give you another bubble above your bubble. So you have a bubble here and you're making all this money residually, then you get another, basically a business center, and half of what you've done becomes like your next level of growth. So growing beyond that is even super simple, but getting there is a process, right? And it really just depends on how far you want to take it. But just let me leave you with this. 250 cycles a week, which is that 13,500 a week. 250 cycles a week is when you max out, okay? There are tons of people maxing out. Like Isagenix has the most millionaires out of any network marketing company. It's ridiculous. And I've talked to a lot of them because I'm like always wanting to pick, successful people's brains. And this is what was a major revelation for me. In order to get to 250 cycles, it's not you. So if you had 12 leaders cycling 20 times, if you had 12 leaders anywhere in your downline, anywhere in those bubbles, not even people that you enrolled, if you had just 12 business partners that form underneath you that are at that 20 a week cycle point, then you only need 12 business partners to get to 240 cycles a week. That maxes out your business center, okay? This is not hundreds and hundreds of people. It's hundreds and hundreds of people doing just a little bit, right? Sharing with their mom and their grandma and their neighbor and their friend. But when you have just 12 leaders saying, I want to make, whatever 20 cycles a week is, it's like $4,000 a month, okay? So that is it. The numbers are staggering to me. You need only, let's say you had people who want to get to 60 cycles a week. Okay, this is what I'm working on right now. You would only need 4 people that want to get to the level that I'm working on right now, which is 60 cycles a week, to get to 240 cycles a week. So this is, it suddenly was shocking to me when I realized, beyond me also making 60 cycles, I only need to find 4 other people. 4. I don't need to link arms with 50 people. I need to link arms with 4 people who might want to get to 60 cycles a week. And I have to have them even, right? I have to have like a couple of them on one side, a couple of them on the other side. And then I am getting the 240 cycles a week because they're at this level. It's so crazy. So what's going to happen, guys, is that you're going to have a lot of people that just start to majority, 90%, just share it with a handful of people. That's going to be the majority of your growth. But you're going to find few and far between that there's also these leaders that just say, hey, I want to get to 10. Hey, I want to get to 20. Hey, I want to get to 100 cycles a week. Hey, I also want, I'm coming with you. I want to max out a business center. And there's no wrong answer. Anyone can do this at any level. But this is how you get to any level that you want, that you don't need a ton of leaders. So design your championship team, come up with like 5 key people, not people, but traits of who you're looking for. Mine are entrepreneurial, open-minded, hardworking, real, and positive. Like those are my 5 traits. I mean, I actually have 10, a list of 10, but you know, those are the traits of people that I look for. And I start to see them, and our team's growing and blowing up because those are the people that are like, yeah, I want to do this with you. And it's not me trying to drag people. It's me being like, this is who I want. I want to go to the top. Let's do it. And it's that simple. So simple is what it is. Hard work is also what it is. But if you're willing to put in the hard work, then the how will come. So that's my Laura training, business training of the day. Thank you for those of you who stayed in. I did record the call. I hope it was helpful. And I can't wait to work with you. We're going to just really now hone in on, you know, I want you to download, if you haven't already, download on isagenixbusiness.com. Go to 90-day game plan, and we're launching it on Monday. So on Monday the 14th, I'm going to start weekly action items, progress, goals, everything. So start filling it in. Start filling in your own 90-day game plan, and it'll help you define what you want, why you want it, and all these pieces that will make you go. And then we'll create the goals, and we'll do that weekly check-in. So I'm going to be doing these Monday and Thursday calls, and I'll put this out on the Strong Confident Living Facebook group, so everybody's invited. So thank you. Bye, guys.